Probability. In the probability, today let us see the Bayes theorem. Okay. So before going to learn the Bayes theorem, we have learned conditional probability and as well as conditional probability and multiplication theorem on a probability. So let us take the one example that there are two bags, bag one and bag two. Okay, bag one and bag two. Okay, so in the bag one, there are two white and red balls are there here. Suppose white and is it audible to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Two bag one, two white balls and three red balls. So whatever it may be, you consider two white balls and three red balls are there. In this, some four white balls are there, five red balls are there. So if it is the data is given to you, one ball is drawn at a random from the one of the bags. Suppose this question, one ball is done from one of the bags, and we can find the probability of selecting the bag. So two bags are there. So what is the probability of selecting the bag out of the two bags? One bag, obviously.
1/2.
Yes, one bag. So, or you can find out the probability of drawing a ball of particular any color. Either it may be a white color or red color. So let us consider the white color if you want to find out. White color, let us from the bag one. That probability also you can find out. So what is the probability of selecting a white ball from the bag one if it is given to you? That also you can find. We can find the probability that a ball drawn of a particular color if we are it is given that bag is what the bag is. Here the question is that conditional probability. That is itself is called as a conditional probability. We can select that, we can find out the probability of drawing a white ball from a bag one, means given that bag one is selected. So that is called conditional probability. But can we find out the probability that the ball drawn from a particular bag two, suppose, or bag one, if a color of the ball is given to you, either it may be a, means that is nothing but reverse. We have to find the reverse probability of the bag 2 to be selected when an event occurred which is known to us. So reverse in the reverse process. So this the problem is solved. Normally, the first case is that probability of drawing a white ball from the bag 1 is nothing but bag 1 is given to us. So that is called conditional probability. So probability of drawing a means is it possible to us? Can we find out that a ball drawn from a particular bag one, if a color of the ball is given, means either white ball is given to us. Okay, let us consider that probability of selecting a bag one is even, probability of selecting a bag two is E2. So we know that probability of E1 is equals to 1/2, probability of E2 is also equals to 1/2. Probability of A is an event that selecting a white ball. A is an event that selecting a white ball. So probability of A given E1 is nothing but what? Selecting a white ball from the bag one. Selecting the white ball from the bag one. So suppose if it is given the probability of E1 given A, if you want to find out, what is nothing but probability of selecting a bag one, if it is given that the drawn ball is white ball. So that is, this is nothing but, so this problem was solved by the a famous mathematician John Bay. So that is called Bayes theorem, which is called as Bayes theorem. So before going to learn the Bayes theorem, you need to know the about the total probability. What is meant by total probability? Probability theorem of a total probability. So total probability is nothing but, first let us see here, because depending on to solve these type of the, it is very simple. Probability of A given E1 is nothing but, can anyone say what is the probability of A given E1? That is nothing but probability of selecting a white. A is an event of selecting a white ball. A is an event of selecting a white ball. So what is the probability of selecting a white ball given that it is a bag one? E1 is nothing but selecting a bag. So bag one say total 5 balls are there and white ball is asking. So 2 by 5. Or as per the conditional probability, if you want to go there, this can be written as probability of A given E1 is nothing but probability of A intersection E1 by probability of E1. This, if you are finding also, you are going to get the same answer. But here it is given whenever it is given to you. So that can be taken into consideration. So before going to learn the Bayes theorem, you need to learn the what is the total probability. Total probability means what? That you need to know. The theorem of a total probability. So let us learn theorem of total probability. Okay. So E1, E2, and En are the some partition of the sample. And sample space, whatever the sample space is there, it was divided into some parts. And suppose that each of that events, whatever are there, has non-zero probability of occurrence. That is nothing but E1 is a one event, E2 is the another event, and so on. En like this. Complete sample space S is divided into these non-disjoint events which are having a non-zero probability, which are each one probability is non-zero, not zero. Okay. So and A is any event associated with the sample space. A is also one event associated with, and the probability of A, you can find out probability of A is equals to probability of E1, first E1 into probability of A given E1 plus probability of E2 into probability of A given E2 plus and so on, probability of E n into probability of A given En. So this is called as, this can be expressed as using the sigma. Sigma sum I is equals to 1 to n probability of Ei into probability of A given Ei. So this is called total probability. It is very simple. This can be proved in easiest way. Here what is the S is given to us. Proof is can be S is equals to E1 union, E2 union, and so on En. All the union of the all the events. And here they are all non-disjoint. That is nothing but any event Ei intersection Ej is not equals to empty segments. Their intersection of the two events is any two events. Sorry, any two events intersection is equals to empty, means disjoint sets. They are not joined. They are not overlapping sets. Okay. So now here from this A can be written as a set event A can be written as A intersection S, and A can be intersection of E1 union E2 union and so on En, like this. And each event can be written as A intersection E1 union A intersection E2 union and so on union A intersection En. And here if you apply the probability of A given E. So probability of A is nothing but probability of A given E1, isn't it? So because union you are having here in this case. So probability of A given E1 plus probability of A given E2, sorry, A intersection E2 and so on, probability of A intersection En. So probability of A intersection E1 can be written as probability of E1 into probability of A given E1. A given E1. Probability of A intersection E1 can be written as probability of E1, probability of A intersection E1 can be written as by using the conditional probability. Probability of A1 intersection A intersection E1 can be written as probability of E1 into probability of A given E1 plus probability of A intersection A2 can be written as probability of E2 into probability of A given E2 plus and so on. Probability of En into probability of A given. This proof is not essential to you for the example, but you try to remember the total probability is nothing but this. So with the help of this total probability only, we are going to learn the Bayes theorem. Did you understand here total probability? Hmm? So
Yes,
now
sir.
the yes. Now let us move to the Bayes theorem here. So Bayes theorem says to you that same if E1, E2, En are the En that some events associated with the sample space. If they are all the events associated with the sample space, Bayes theorem says to you that E1, E2, and so on, E1, E2, and so on, En. These are the all the non-empty events, and these are constitute a sample space. Means all these together forms a sample space. So these are the events. These are the that is nothing but partitions. These are all the partition of a sample space, and these are all disjoint. Disjoint is nothing but intersection of any two events is equals to empty set, empty. Okay, event, and all the union of all these will be equals to sample space. And A is the any event. If A is the any event, then probability of E I given A. I is nothing but something. First, I have told you the one example to you. E1, E2, bag selection. And A is the event of selecting red ball or white ball. So you can find out probability of A given E1 using the conditional probability in easiest way. Selecting a white ball from the bag one. But can we find out selecting a bag? What is the probability of selecting a bag given that we know the ball drawn ball is a white color? So A is an event. In that case, you can find out using the conditional, sorry, Bayes theorem. This is called Bayes theorem, which is equals to probability of EI given A is equals to probability of EI into probability of A given EI by sigma. Here already I is taken into consideration. So let us write here J. J is equals to 1 to n. Total probability to be taken into consideration. Actually, here you are going to get it as a total probability. Sorry, P of A. So total probability will be written as, how do you write the total probability normally? Sigma J is equals to, why J is taken previously, so total probability I is taken. But here already I is, we are taking here probability of J into probability of A given EJ. So this is called Bayes theorem. With the help of this Bayes theorem, we can find out the reverse probability. We can find out the reverse probability. Okay. So here this can be proved. How do we prove? Very simple proof here. Probability of EI given A. Probability of EI given A. So using the conditional probability, you can write it as a probability of A intersection EI by probability of A. Actually, EI intersection A. But I wrote A intersection AI. Using the multiplication theorem, you can write this as a probability of EI into probability of A given EI upar by probability of A. So by using the total probability, this probability of A can be written as probability of EI into probability of A given EI by sigma J is equals to 1 to N probability of EJ into probability of A given EJ. So that's a very simple here. Probability of EI given A. Actually here in the exercise problems, whenever we are going to solve it, little bit different you are going to find when we solve the. So this is called Bayes theorem. This is called as Let's back. Okay, did you get it? So now let us see the based on this exercise problems. Let us see here exercise 13.3. So I'm going to show the questions to you. Otherwise, if you not read the question properly, then it is not a simple task to you to understand. Okay. In this first question, see the first question. I'm going to show it to you. Yes. See the question here. An army is nothing but ball. An army contains 5 red balls and 5 black balls. A ball is drawn at a random, okay, and its color is noted and returned it to earth. What? Is the presentation is visible to you? Question is visible to you?
Yes, sir,
Yes,
visible.
sir.
Okay. So one ball is drawn at a random and its color is noted and it is returned to the earth. And moreover, two additional balls of whatever the color, one color is noted. We don't know that whether it is a red ball or black ball. And its color is noted, okay, and returned it to again. And moreover, two additional balls of the same color what you have noted is put into the urn, and the ball is drawn. And what is the probability that the second ball is a red? So whenever you consider here, it is not looking like a Bayes theorem application. It's not a just like a Bayes theorem application. Okay. So what here actually you need to find out the total probability in this situation. You need to find out the total probability. So I'm going to explain to you clearly. So what is given to you here? An urn contains the 5 red balls and 5 black balls. Okay, it is given that given urn contains 5 red and 5 black balls. Let us consider the first drawn ball is red color ball. First attempt. Let a red ball is drawn in a first attempt because we don't know that. Because red ball is noted means if we get a red ball, then two red balls are joined. Two red balls are uh, kept in the means added in the earth, and again one ball is drawn. And second time drawn ball is also a red ball. What is the probability of drawing the second ball is also a red ball? So here in this case, first drawn ball, second drawn ball, two balls to be taken into consider here. So let a first drawn ball is a red. Let first drawn ball is red. Therefore, probability of drawing a red ball. Okay. What is the probability of drawing a red ball? Can you say 5 red balls are there? Total 10 balls are there. 5 out of 10, which is nothing but 1/2. Then what is done here? First drawn ball is red. So two red balls are joined. Then two red balls are added. Then two red balls are added to arm. Then arm contains how many red balls? 7 red, 5 black. Then probability of drawing a red ball. What is the probability of drawing a red ball? Second attempt. Second attempt, my 7 balls, 7 red balls are there out of 12. So it is 7/12. This is in case if the first ball drawn is red. But first ball drawn is black means what? If first drawn ball is black, this is one situation. This is second situation. So then what is the probability of drawing a black ball? Is also 5 by 10, which is 1 by 2. Then two black balls are added to urn. Then urn contains then urn contains 5 red, 7 black balls. Now second time drawing a ball, red color ball only we need to find out. Why? Because the question is given to us, second drawn ball is red. So even first drawn ball either may be a black or red. Second drawn ball is red. So what is the probability of drawing a red ball? So here red balls are 5 out of 12. 5 by 2. Now probability of drawing a red ball means actually you need to find out probability of A. A is a drawing a red ball. So probability A is an event of drawing a red ball second time. If you consider that, and E1 and E2 are the events associated with the sample space that drawing a red ball first time, black ball second time. A is an event of A is the event of drawing red ball in second attempt. E1 and E2 are events drawing red and black balls in first attempt respectively. Actually, so first attempt में this one. Okay, so first attempt में probability of drawing a red ball. So here this is called as probability of E1 actually, if you want, according to that. And what is this one? Probability of A given E1. E1 is nothing but red ball is drawn. Then second ball is red ball. This is what here probability of E2. And here this is what probability of A given E2. And what is asking to you to find out? Probability of drawing a second drawn ball is a red. So that is nothing but probability of second drawn ball is red is nothing but it is asking to you to find out probability of A. Total probability. Na? This is so this can be written as probability of E1 into probability of A given E1 plus probability of E2 into probability of A given E2. So which is probability of E1 is 1 by 2. Probability of A given E2 is 7 by 12. Probability of E2 is 1 by 2. Probability of A given E2 is 5 by 12. So from this 1 by 12, 1 by 2 you can take the common. 7 by 12 plus 5 by 2, which is equals to A 12 by 12, which is you are going to. Actually, problem is very simple here. It's not very difficult. But this presentation, this writing in, even considering, actually we need to write here these as the first statements. First statements you need to write. Let A is an event of drawing a second drawn ball is red attempt. Second attempt में red. E1 is the first attempt में black, red. E2 is the first attempt में black. Did you understand here? Is it clear to you? Devalina?
Yes, sir, it is clear.
So main thing is that here most of the students, when this question is given to you, blindly you are not. My request is that blindly you are not supposed to solve that. ये two red means army is given to you. Red ball, white ball is given. So Bayes theorem. Blindly, you are not supposed to go. When you go blindly, then you cannot understand the question in a proper way. So let us move to the next second question here. Second question, I'm going to show it to you. So read the second question, please. Try to read yourself. So as it is the first problem, every step I wrote here. Okay. So all the problems just orally explained with our representation. I will show the representation to you in what way you can represent. In these two, three problems, little bit different. Hai? The remaining all are very simple here. So let us see the simple problem using the Bayes theorem, that is second. So second question is, whenever you see that a bag contains the four red balls and four black balls. One bag. Second bag contains the bag one and bag two. First bag, second bag. And the black colors क्या है? Red and black. Red and black. Four red balls, first bag, one bag, a bag contains four red and four black. Four red, four black. Second bag contains the two red and six black balls. And one of the two bags is selected at random. So selecting of E1, E2 are the events you have to consider. Okay. Okay. First, let me read the question here clearly. Then after we'll go. Two bags are selected. One bag is selected out of the two bags, and a ball is drawn from the bag, which is to be found red. So that is nothing but A is an event you need to consider. It's a red ball. What is the probability that the ball drawn is from the first bag? So what is you need to find out here? First bag, let us consider even. Second bag, drawing a selecting a bag. Probability of selecting a bag you need to consider as a E1 and E2. And A is a red. So it is found that red. Question में क्या दे दिया? One of the two bags is selected random and ball is drawn from the bag which is found red. So red is given to us. What is the probability that ball is drawn from the first bag? That is nothing but we need to find out probability of even given A. Even given A. A given even is very simple. Sometimes the same question is asked in previous examinations once. Same question is given, and most of the students will feel that by seeing this question, it is a Bayes theorem. But the question, little bit twisted question is asked that instead of asking probability of drawing, what is the probability of drawing a red ball? It is given that it is a first bag drawn from the first bag. So conditional probability question. Same question, it is given as a conditional probability, and most of the students will think that blindly you are not supposed to see that oh red bag sorry रेड बॉल ब्लैक बॉल वाला प्रॉब्लम है ये बेरीज थ्योरम होगा ऐसा कभी नहीं सोचना so don't think like that okay so let us see the solution how to do this one okay so now here is the board visible to you now complete board
Yes, sir, visible.
so what you
Yes, sir,
have to
visible.
e1 bag 1 bag 2 let e1 and e2 or the or events of selecting bag 1 and bag 2 respectively. And A is a event of selecting red ball. Red ball, it is given known that it is a red ball. So you know that two bags are there. Probability of two bags में one bag select करना है 1/2. Even probability of E2 is also equals to 1/2. So what is the probability of A given E1? Is nothing but probability of drawing a red ball from bag one. बैग वन से रेड बॉल ड्रा करने का प्रोबेबिलिटी क्या है? 4/8. So 4/8, which is equals to 1. In the same way, probability of A given E2. Why do we need this one? We need a total probability. Bayes theorem apply करना है तो actually we need to find out probability of E1 given A. We know that the drawn ball is red. And what is the probability that that ball is taken from the bag one? It is given, it is red. It is found, it is red. And what is the probability that it was taken from the bag one? So probability of selecting a bag one, given that it is a red ball. We need this one. So A find out करना है तो compulsory Bayes theorem use करना. In the Bayes theorem, whenever you want to use this one, probability of E1 given A, if you want to find out. So denominator में तो compulsory probability of A, total probability आएगा. Isn't it? So that's why we need to find out the both A given E1, A given E2. So A given E2, you are going to get it as a 2/6, which is equals to 1/3. A given E2 is what here? Probability of drawing a red ball, given that it is a taken from the pack 2. Okay. So now probability of E1 given A, we need to find. Probability of what is this one? Probability of drawing a ball from the bag one, given it is a red. It is what? Probability of drawing drawing a ball from bag one. Ball from bag one. It is given that ball is red. This probability is represented by this one. This to find out, we need probability of E1 given probability of A given E1. First ball है ना, using the Bayes theorem. So first bag है ना by probability of A, total probability. Total probability कितने कितने? Probability of E1 into probability of A given E1 plus probability of E2 into probability of A given E2. This is equals to probability of E1 is 1/2. So 1/2 into A given E1. A given E1 is also 1/2. By same ये इधर क्या है, इधर है same 1/2 into 1/2 plus 1/2 into 1/3. 1/2 into 1. This you have to simplify. We are going to get it as a 1/4 by 1/4 plus 1/6. Oh, sorry. Here I have taken 2/8 now. Sorry. 2/8. Total number of balls are 8. So we are going to get it 1/4. This is 1/4. So 1/8. So 1/4 plus 1/8 is nothing but you are going to get it as a 3/8. 3/8. So 1/4 into 8/3, which is equals to 2/3. Whatever the probability you get, that probability compulsory will be less than 1. The probability will be compulsory less than. So this is the way to find out the probabilities based using the Bayes theorem. Now let us see the some different problems present in this exercise here. Remaining all the problems are easy only and it's not very difficult to you. I'll show the questions to you and let us discuss the questions. Third question. Of the students of a college, it is known that 60% reside in a hostel and 40% are day scholars. Previous year results. So E1 is a result, E1 is an event that reside in a hostel. E2 is an event that reside in means as a day scholar. So probability of E1 is equals to 60%. Probability of 60% means 60 by 100. 60 by 100 even. And probability of E2 is equals to 40 by 100. 40 percentage. And previous year results reports that 30% of the students who reside in a hostel attains grade A. Means grade A. Getting a grade A is an event of A. Grade A. Getting an event of A is an event you have to consider as a getting a attain grade A. So grade A it is given to. Now if the students reside in a hostel, they are going to get a 30 percentage A. And if it reside in a means if they are a day scholar, 20 percentage will get it. At the end of the year, one student is chosen at a random from the college, and he is a grade A. It is given that grade A. It's given A. What is the probability that student is a hostler? Hostler we have considered even. Hostler we have considered even. So probability of even given A you have to find out. And what is 30 percentage represents probability of A given even. What is 20 percentage represent probability of A given it. So same problem. Same model problem, just like the previous problem only. You can do it that here percentages are given to you. Don't get confused with the percentages. इसमें percentages से confuse होने का जरूरत नहीं. Okay. And now let us move to the next question. This question you can do it as a homework. So fourth question you see here. This one also a little bit easy only. So in answering the question, in answering the question of a multiple choice, the student either knows the answer or guesses the answer. He knows the answer or guesses the answer. Let 3 by 4 is the he knows the answer. It's even is the event. You have to consider as even is an event that he knows the answer. E2 is an event that guesses the answer. So 3 by 4 is a probability he knows the answer. Already. So probability of even is given. 1 by 4 is an event that he guesses the answer. So probability of E2 is equals to 1 by 4. Assuming that a student who guesses the answer will have the correct probability 1 by 4. So only here in this situation, guessing a probability, assuming that student who guesses the correct answer, means guesses at a correct answer, guesses the answer and it will be a correct, is the probability is 1 by 4. So correct answer, getting a correct answer is an event A. Main thing is that description is very important in this. What is event A? You are taking into consideration. Event A to be taken as a getting a correct answer. Okay. So if he guesses the answer and the probability is even is the event, he knows the answer. E2 is an event, he guesses the answer. And probability he guesses the answer if it is correct 1 by 4 is. But when he knows the answer, if it is a correct one, it is not given. So what it is actually, he knows the answer and it is correct answer. That is nothing but probability will be equals to 1. In this situation, here the probability is equals to 1 here. I'll explain to you on the board here. Even is the event. Simple here. It's not very difficult here. Probability of even is an event. He knows the answer. That is given to you 3 by 4. Probability of E2. He guesses the answer. It is given that 1 by 4. A is the event that the answer is correct. A is the event that answer is correct. So probability of A given E1. It is not given to you. Probability of a correct answer he knows. Probability of a correct answer he knows is not given to you in the question. But he knows the answer it is saying and it is correct answer is nothing but 1 only the probability. And guessing E2 is the guessing. The probability is given. It is 1. So everything is given to you for you. And what you need to find out here, the find that the probability that the student knows the answer. Knows the answer. He knows the answer is nothing but even. Given that answered it is correctly. So this Bayes theorem. Okay, it is very simple here. You can do it. This problem also it's not more difficult to you. So, but the thing is that here it is one thing is not given to you. Everything is just not like a spoon feeding. In this question, you need to try to understand that what is given in the question. And now fifth and sixth questions are very important. A little bit different questions, and remaining questions are all same model questions. You can do it, and I'll explain to you fifth and sixth questions. Okay, see the question and important also, very important questions. Okay, so fifth question is a laboratory blood test is 99% effective in detecting a certain disease. It is 99% effective in detecting certain disease when it is in fact present in so so laboratory blood test is 99% effective in detecting certain disease when it is in fact originally if it is their disease then इसको और टेस्ट क्या है 99% effective in detecting the certain disease और disease को detect करने में however the test also yields a false positive results for 0.5% of the healthy person test healthy person को means person is healthy if it is he is tested then 0.5 percentage will be given false positive result. That is, if a healthy person is tested, then the probability is 0. Means 0.5 percentage is nothing but 0.005. The test will imply he is having a disease. He is a healthy, but he says that the test says that 0.005 only. And if 0.1 percentage of the population is actually having a disease, 0.1% of the population in the population of a city or whatever it may be you consider state or 0.1% of the population is actually having a disease. What is the probability that a person has a disease given that the test result is positive, given that whatever it is given to you that should be considered as a test result giving a positive is considered as a event. What is the probability that the person has a disease? Having a disease, even, and not having a disease is E2. Okay, I will explain to you this one with a clear description. So please note the questions, whatever it is given to you very clearly. Okay, laboratory blood test is 99% effective in detecting a certain disease when it is in fact present. However, sometimes it gives the false positive result 0.5% of the healthy person test. Healthy person को test कर लिया तो 0.5% it gives a and if a 0.1% of the population is having actually disease. So here see the question I'm going to give it to you in the description very clearly. So with the proper description I'm going to give it to you. So what you need to consider here in this situation, E1 and E2 are the respectively two events we have to consider that having a disease and person has no disease. Okay. Problem number 5. Let E1 and E2 are the events that person have disease. Person having the disease and not having the disease. Person have disease and not having disease. Having a disease is E1, not having a disease is E2, respect. So can you tell me that what is the probability of E1 in this situation? What is the probability of E1? Having a disease. Probability of E1. 0.1 percentage of the population is having disease. So 0.1 percentage of the total population. So which is nothing but here what you get 0.1 percentage is nothing but 0. 0, 0, 1. And probability of E2 is equals to 1 minus probability of E1. The remaining all the 0.1 percentage is having a disease is nothing but here most of the students will commit a mistake. Oh, 99 percentage है ना first starting वो 99 लिखता है. No, that is wrong. So suppose 100 में एक को डिसीज है तो 99 को डिसीज नहीं है बोल सकते. So 1 minus. The same here probability will be equals to 1. So that's why 1 minus to be taken. 1 minus 0.001. So which will be equals to 0.999 probability of E2. Okay. And A is an event. You need to consider here the event as what you have to consider here. A is an event that the blood test result is positive. Positive result means correct result there. Okay. And let A is the event that blood test gives positive result. It gives the positive result. So now here, what is the already probability of A given E1? Can you tell me the what is E1 is nothing but having a disease. Having a disease and डिसीज किस किस को है उनको टेस्ट रिजल्ट देने वाला कितना बोला है फर्स्ट स्टेटमेंट में बोला है प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ रिजल्ट इज पॉजिटिव गिवन अ पर्सन इज डिसीज डिसीज्ड पर्सन को पॉजिटिव रिजल्ट देना है सो दैट इज 99% it is given that. So 99% is nothing but 0.99. Probability of A given E2. Sometimes E2 is nothing but healthy person. Healthy person को भी positive result. कितना percentage? 0.5% it is given. That is nothing but 0.05. And what we need to find out? Probability of question में क्या दे दिया है? You need to find out that the person having a disease, given that test result is positive. Originally having a disease. So we need to find out having a disease given that the test result is positive. Probability of E1 given A is equals to probability of E1 into probability of A given E1 by probability of E1 probability of A given that's probability of E2 probability of E given. ये substitution है. I think so you can do this substituting the values. Main thing is here. Please try to understand the situations and write in a proper. इसको simplify करना है. So what do you get here? This problem is really very much important. So probability of A1 is nothing but 0.001. इसको simplify करना है और कुछ नहीं. I think you can do this. Values, every value is ready with you. Just substituting and simplify. This part I am leaving to you as a homework. Now let us move to the next question. So this is also a little bit different question here. Actually, whenever you see the so what is the question given here? There are three coins. One coin is two-headed. Two-headed means actually usually we are not going to have such type of the coins, but here it is said that there are three coins. One is two-headed. Okay, two sides, both the faces are head on. Another is biased coin, and another one is unbiased coin. Biased coin that comes up head 75%. 75% time it comes up head. Okay. So read the question here clearly. So 75% time, and the third one is unbiased. And one of the three coins is selected, is chosen at random and tossed. तीनों में एक कॉइन चूज कर लिया, इट शोज द हेड, it is given that showing the head, it shows the head means already given that, so it is A should be considered as a head shows, event of showing a head. And what is the probability that it is a two-headed coin? So we need to find out two-headed coin. Here nothing is given to you, two-headed coin. So two-headed coin is nothing but first one is two-headed coin, every time it is given to you first one only. So E1 is an event of getting a two-headed coin. E2 is an event getting a biased coin. E3 is an event that getting an unbiased coin. Three coins are there. Okay? Did you understand here? So I'm going to explain to you here. E1 is an event that even is the event that both means two-headed coin. It is event of two-headed. E2 is an event of biased. Biased means unbiased is nothing but the probability of getting a head is 1 by 2, probability of getting a tail is also 1 by 2. That is unbiased coin. Biased coin means more number of times, 75% already is given to your head getting. So equally it is not going to get. So that such type of the coin is called biased coin. And next one is unbiased coin. So three coins are there. So probability of E1, probability of E2, probability of E3, all are equal to 1 by 3 because selecting a one coin out of the three coins, whatever it may be the coin. And A is the event getting a head. So what is the probability of A given event? First thing this one. Probability of getting a head. Selected two-headed coin. Always you will get a head only. Because two times, both the faces you are having head only. So the probability will be equals to 1 here. Probability of getting a head when it is given the two-headed coin. So every time head only you are going to. So that's why probability is equals to 1. Probability of getting a head when it is biased coin. Here already it is given 75 percentage. So 0.75. Probability of getting head when unbiased coin. Unbiased coin, what is the probability is nothing but it is 1 by 2. 1 by 2 can head आने का probability, 1 by 2 tail आने का probability भी 1 by 2 है. So that you know that. Now the question is asking to you to
Yes,
what?
sir.
So question is asking to you to find out probability of E1 given a head आ गया है. What is the probability? It is a two-headed coin. Two-headed coin. Sometimes the question may be asked to you instead of two-headed coin, biased coin also. Please be careful here. Till now, more all the problems, every problem whenever you are taking into consideration, even only it is asked. So sometimes the question will be asked to you E2. So whenever E2 means if it is in this situation, probability of A, probability of E1, what is the probability of E1 into probability of A given E1 by sigma, total probability. Probability of E1, A given E1, probability of E2, A given E2, probability of E3, A given E3. Three आएगा इसमें because three coins are. But when the question is given that instead of two-headed coin, biased coin, E2 you have to take. Here E2 आएगा. Once the question is asked like this, and every student, even all just blindly give an answer. So be careful. So simplification is easy, I think so. You can do it. Main thing is these three things uh, पकड़ना है. That is very important. So in this exercise, these questions only little bit different questions. The remaining all the questions are very simple here. I'll show the questions to you. 7, 8, 9. Yes, all the questions are very simple here. You can do it. This you try to do it as a homework because only the different type of the problems are there that I have chosen mainly 5 and 6. And as the basic thing is there, fourth also little bit different. So these problems remaining problems you can do it. You do it as a homework. Okay? Can you do it? If you get it out,
Okay,
then
sir, I will.
uh, you ask me the doubt, then I'll clarify.